This is a practice exercise video solution. For this practice, we'll get started with the Supply Design upper triple clamp.f3d. We're going to navigate to the Generative Design workspace and begin creating our obstacle and preserve geometry. We're going to do this by first going into Edit Model, selecting Modify, and Remove Features. We want to look for fillets and chamfers on this body by selecting it and taking a look at all the fillets and chamfers that are going to be removed. We're going to select Delete, and then Close. Next, we're going to use Direct Modeling Tools. We're going to select the inside face of this relief and then press Delete on the keyboard. We're going to do the same thing on the other side by rotating around, selecting that same face and pressing Delete on the keyboard. Now that we've simplified the model, we can begin creating our preserve and obstacle geometries. We'll start by creating a sketch on the top face of the triple clamp. This will automatically bring in the profile that we selected, but we need to use some additional sketches. We're going to create a center diameter circle and snap it to some of the geometry, in this case 65 millimeters. We'll do the same thing on the other side, and then we'll repeat the process, getting all three of these cylindrical faces. We'll finish the sketch and create an extrude. It's important to make sure that we select all the areas, as there are a couple small areas that have these reliefs on them. We want to make sure that we select all of those. We also want to make sure that we select all the areas of interest for the center point. Once we have everything selected, we can go ahead and extrude this down. We're going to make it 25 millimeters and we're going to use New Body. Before we remove the original, let's select this face here, right click and create a sketch. We can finish the sketch, and then we can expand our model components, our bodies, select the upper triple clamp, right-click, and remove. Once again, we'll use Extrude, taking this sketch profile. We're going to extrude at a distance of 20 millimeters, creating a new body. We also want to reuse that sketch, and we're going to go Create, Extrude, and we're going to begin creating an obstacle. This is going to use two sides and just make sure that it extends all the way through, creating a new body once again. Next, we want to use Sketch 1 once more, and we're going to use Extrude, selecting all three of the center portions, dragging them up a distance of 20 millimeters, setting it to two sides, and dragging them down a distance of 55, creating new bodies. We can hide all the sketches, go to Create, and select Mirror. Now we want to make sure that we are mirroring bodies, and we're going to mirror the small bolt and the obstacle. We're going to mirror these across the default YZ plane, and we'll say OK. Next, we can use Modify and Combine to join those small clamp areas to the outside of the right fork clamp, and we'll repeat the process on the left side as well. There are more obstacles that we can create, but this is a great starting point. So let's go back and select our preserved geometry. And then we'll select our obstacle geometry. Now we have a starting point for defining a generative study for a motorcycle triple clamp. Let's make sure that we do save this design before moving on.